Hey beauties, good evening to you beautiful people. I read something in an article. I don't know when it came out. To be honest, I didn't look at the publishing date or the date that it was published. But it seemed to be fairly recent because I even saw it on another social media social media influencers page, and I said, "Wow, something seemed to be happening here. A lot of things are coming to the fore." But there is a scripture in Proverbs that says, "He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life." A lot of people may think it's just a physical life, but it's more than that. It's your social life, financial life, spiritual life. I mean, not just physically, but it's your reputation, it's your character. You don't want them to be singed, and to be damaged. And especially when there's no need for them to be, more so your character. Well, I mean, your reputation is what people think you to be. It doesn't mean that they're factual. Your character is who you are. But sometimes because of what people think, you end up allowing it to twist and to turn and to wreak havoc in your character, and creating character flaws. All right, beautiful people. The thing that came out was as it relates to the fact that Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce and Elaine Hera were a part of the MVP track community, I call it. And it was stated that Shelly-Ann left, I guess it in 2020 she left, somewhere thereabout. And a lot of people thought it was because of the coach or some coaching issues. It was said in the article that it was because of Elaine Hera, like the rivalry was too much, because that Elaine had left also, that the rivalry was too much, and Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce ended up leaving. I mean, both are accomplished ladies. A lot of people, I realize, Jamaica has grown to love Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce, I mean, immensely over the years that she has been running, and winning her own races, and whether she does win some of them, but medaling and so on. She's like the Veronica Campbell in terms of being so decorated in terms of her medals, entering the different races, while Elaine's stint, I wouldn't say it is short because she can come back, but she has made like a when you have an accelerated jump. So I mean, she is a double Olympic 100 and 200 meter. So it's like it swallows up everything else. I mean, if she, for example, had come to Paris and ran the 100 and 200 meter and won, let me tell you, it would have been astronomical in terms of her portfolio. It would look immensely good. It would make anything look almost like it didn't try. Because can you imagine getting, I mean, double, much more, triple 100 and 200 in the Olympic. Olympic is like when you say you get a Grammy in terms of your music, or you get the Oscars. That is Olympic. Even though you're not really paid per se, but the endorsements that come, the signing of contracts. And I mean, the only time I think they pay is if you break like a record or something of the sort. Then they pay some sort of funds. But outside of that, I mean, to go to the Olympic is the ultimate. And Elaine Hera had an accelerated, blissful career, in a short moment, as I said, when she won both the double 100 and 200, and went to, I think, Diamond League to not break the record. She almost came close to, who has record again? Flojo for the 100 meter when she ran 10.54. She's the second fastest. I must add this, I realize that they're putting the fastest man in the world thing, for some of these runners, whether American or Jamaican. Maybe it's me, people, maybe I'm very, basic. I thought the fastest man was still Usain Bolt, on the basis of his 9.58. Do they mean the fastest man for the year? Because sometimes I'm seeing they're putting up different people's pictures. Seriously, I say the American do it for the American. I say Jamaicans do it for the newer Jamaicans, and I'm a bit confused because maybe it's an athletic talk and I don't understand it. Because in my head I'm thinking that Usain is the fastest, and the second fastest would be, it battles between. I'm going to tell you these people. Usain is the first and second fastest, you know. You will ask me how I'm a Usain Bolt fan, so you know I know all of his races. In the 200, in the 2012 London Olympics, in the 100 meter, Usain ran 9.63. Go and look at the race, the final. He was cold as ever and he ran 9.63. I said to myself, had it been a different country, a warm country, that man would have probably broke the 9.58. He ran 9.63. So technically he's the first and the second fastest man. But I understand. Alright, so we had to relegate it and give it to both Tyson Gay and Johan Blake. You know. But beautiful beauties, wonderful people. I never thought it was a good article to come out because it's going to leave a lot of speculations and it's going to, people are going to say, I knew this, I knew that, and I didn't trust this one or that one, and I knew this one was envious of this one or Batman against, because I see the comments, you know, and sometimes we need to let sleeping dogs lie. I just never thought, because they want to get the heat, let them think. For me, if they want to believe it's because of the coach, why people believe so. And life goes on. But I don't know, if sometimes it's not good to throw other people under the bus. I'm not saying that that's what the coach or if what the article has posited is true. But some information, people don't need to know. Some things, people just want to know everything too much. And they don't want people to know their business. We don't need to know their business that we don't need to know. If they're rivals, if they will not be friends, fine, we accept that. Generally, women, you rarely find women who are, you know, who develop a bond. Generally speaking, and even more so when they're competing against each other. This, you can't get rid of the feeling of envy. What happens is that it becomes malignant. Jealousy now takes over and it becomes malicious, you know. And once there is an ounce of jealousy in a malicious way or a malignant way, you're not going to be friends. Because let us face it, I mean, Shelly has been on the map before Elaine. And she has accomplished much, but look at what Elaine has accomplished. 100 and 200 double Olympic, that's really a feat. That's really a feat. So yes, Shelly has garnered, I think she has got the, she's the only one so far that has got the five consecutive 100 meter the World Games, which is good, which is great and fantastic, don't get me wrong. But as I said to you, it's like, for example, you say Grammy versus, what else can I use? MTV Music Award. I try to find, some of them not come into my mind quickly, so I don't, and I'm not playing them because anybody wants to get any one of these awards, whether BET Music Award, MTV Music Award, you know, but you just know that once you get the ultimate, there is something about it. You feel like a king or a queen, as the case may be. It's like Usain Bolt cupping up both of them, you know, getting the Olympics and the World Games. I mean, you know, consecutively, back to back to back to back. I mean, that's just phenomenal. You know, it's a phenomenon even. But the reality is that I never thought it was an article that really should have come out. It's an article that really should not have come out because you don't want to add more fuel to the fire. You don't want people to say, yes, man, I know this one was bad man against the other one. Just because she started to come on top, you know, and people, yeah, because I'm seeing some of the comments, and I said, boy, this is such an unfortunate situation. You know, we need to get out of this mode of this public humiliation and embarrassment and bringing out things that don't need to come out. Sometimes we just need to let sleeping dogs lie. Let sleeping dogs lie. And I'm talking about it. I was wondering in my mind if I should talk about it, you know, because I said to myself, I want us to get to a place as a people where, yeah, we know, okay, even if it is on the basis of envy or jealousy, that malicious or malignant way, we don't need to highlight to keep that under the wraps, you know, keep that under the wraps, because you have upcoming people, and the reality is too, you're not going to get away from that. People are going to bad mind people are going to be envious of people. You're not going to get away from that. We live in a real world, we live in a broken world, we live in a sinful world. And if we are not careful, that same spirit will attack us. And we have to be careful. But I wish all athletes all the best. May God's blessings be upon you. Guys, follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this message, please.